My friends, deep within every one of us lies a dream, a vision of something greater, something meaningful. Some dreams are placed within us by the very hand of destiny, but too often we let fear and doubt silence those dreams before they ever take flight. I ask you today, will you dare to dream? And more than that, will you dare to do? Dreams alone are not enough. A vision without action is like a fire without oxygen. It fades away. The road to fulfilling your purpose is not always smooth. Storms will come, challenges will rise, and voices will whisper, "You can't do it." But my friends, the world has never been changed by those who simply dreamed. It has been changed by those who dared to act. Think of the great pioneers, the leaders, the revolutionaries. None of them had an easy path, but they pressed on, believing in the dream planted within them. They understood that fear is a liar and that faith is the force that breaks chains. Fear is a thief. It sneaks into our hearts, whispering lies that we are not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. It convinces us that the risks are too great, the obstacles too high, and the path too uncertain. And so many of us settle. We shrink back from the dreams that once set our souls on fire. We stay where it is safe, where it is familiar, and we trade the extraordinary for the ordinary. But fear is not meant to rule our lives. It is meant to be overcome. Faith is the weapon that destroys fear. It is the courage to step forward when the way is unclear, to believe when others doubt, to press on when every fiber of your being wants to turn back. Faith does not require all the answers. It does not wait for perfect conditions. It moves forward, trusting that each step will reveal the next. There is power in this kind of faith. It unlocks doors that once seemed impossible to open. It turns mountains into stepping stones. It allows the weak to stand strong, the timid to become bold, and the ordinary to do the extraordinary. When a person lives by fear, they see only limitations. They see the challenges, the risks, and the reasons why something cannot be done. But when a person walks in faith, they see possibilities. They see that every setback is an opportunity to grow, that every challenge is a chance to rise higher. Faith shifts the focus from what is seen to what is unseen. It believes in what is yet to come, even when there is no evidence of it. Think of those who have accomplished great things. They did not have a road free of obstacles. They faced opposition, doubt, and hardship, but they moved forward in faith. They believed in a future that had not yet arrived. They saw what others could not see and refused to let fear dictate their choices. They knew that if they waited until they felt ready, they would never begin. And so they dared to step out, trusting that what they needed would be provided along the way. Fear tells us to play it safe. It tells us to avoid discomfort, to stick with what is known, to never risk failure. But faith calls us into the unknown. It beckons us to step out of the boat, to walk on the waves, to trust that we are held even when the storm rages. It does not promise ease, but it does promise purpose. It does not guarantee that the road will be smooth, but it assures us that we will never walk it alone. The greatest victories in life are won by those who refuse to let fear win. They understand that fear will always be present, but it does not have to be obeyed. They choose to act in spite of it, to move forward even when their knees tremble. And in doing so, they discover something remarkable. Fear loses its power when it is faced. The things that once seemed impossible become possible. The dreams that once felt out of reach become reality. Dreams without action are like seeds never planted. They hold potential, but without effort, they will never bear fruit. Many people spend their lives talking about what they hope to do, what they plan to accomplish, or what they wish could happen. But words and intentions alone do not change the world. Action does. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who do not is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the willingness to take the first step, to move forward even when the outcome is uncertain. There is a great temptation to wait for the perfect moment before taking action. People say, "I will start when I have more time, when I feel ready, when I have all the answers." But the perfect moment never comes. Those who succeed understand that action must begin before they feel ready. They do not wait for every detail to be worked out or for fear to disappear. They start where they are with what they have and trust that as they move forward, the rest will fall into place. Action requires courage because it comes with risk. When a person steps out in faith, they expose themselves to failure, to criticism, to challenges that may seem overwhelming. But inaction carries an even greater risk. The cost of doing nothing is a life filled with regret, with dreams that remain unfulfilled, and with a deep sense of what could have been. People who dare to act may stumble, they may fall, but they learn, they grow, and they move closer to the purpose set before them. Every great achievement in history is the result of action. No invention, no breakthrough, no movement of change ever happened because someone simply thought about it. It happened because someone dared to step out and do something. The greatest minds did not just dream of possibilities, they put in the work, endured the struggle, and persisted despite the obstacles. The world is shaped by those who take action, by those who refuse to sit back and wait for things to change on their own. There will always be reasons to hesitate. There will always be fears, doubts, and voices that say, it's too hard, it's too late, it's not possible. But those who accomplish their dreams refuse to listen to those voices. They understand that hesitation leads to stagnation, and stagnation leads to a life that never reaches its full potential. They move forward despite their fears, and in doing so, they discover that the greatest breakthroughs often come on the other side of uncertainty. Action builds momentum. The first step is always the hardest, but once it is taken, the next becomes easier. Confidence grows not from waiting, but from doing. A person who dares to take action, no matter how small, begins to see progress. And progress fuels motivation. It turns dreams into reality, one step at a time. Many people spend their lives waiting for the right time, waiting for more resources, waiting for someone to give them permission. But the truth is, waiting will never lead to fulfillment. Action is the key. A life of purpose is not built on wishes, but on effort, on commitment, on the courage to do what others will not. The world does not need more dreamers who only dream. It needs doers. It needs those who will rise up, take risks, and push forward even when the road is uncertain. It is not enough to hope, to wish, to imagine. If a person truly believes in their dream, they must act. And when they do, they will find that the doors they once thought were closed will begin to open, and the impossible will become possible. Life is filled with obstacles. No dream worth pursuing comes without challenges. No great achievement happens without struggle. At times, the road ahead seems blocked, the burden too heavy, and the voices of doubt grow louder. It is in these moments that many turn back, deciding that the dream is too costly, the effort too great. But those who press on, who push through the hardships, are the ones who see victory. Overcoming obstacles is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about facing it head on, refusing to let it define the journey. Every person who has ever achieved something remarkable has faced adversity. They have known failure, rejection, discouragement, and setbacks. They have been told they were not good enough, that their dreams were unrealistic, that they should settle for something easier. But they chose to keep going. They did not allow the obstacles to stop them. Instead, they used them as stepping stones. They understood that struggle is not the enemy. Fear of struggle is. Those who fear difficulty never move forward. They stay where it is safe, where nothing is risked, and as a result, nothing is gained. There is a common belief that when things become difficult, it is a sign to stop, to turn back, to choose another path. But often the greatest breakthroughs come right after the hardest battles. Many give up too soon, never realizing how close they were to victory. They see the obstacle and assume it is the end, when in reality it is simply a test. Those who overcome do not view challenges as roadblocks. They see them as opportunities to grow stronger, to prove their commitment, to rise above their circumstance. Hardships do not mean failure. Every setback is a lesson. Every trial a chance to develop perseverance. A person who never faces obstacles never builds endurance. The strongest, most successful people are not those who have avoided hardship, but those who have faced it, endured it, and emerged wiser and stronger. It is in the struggle that true character is revealed. When the storm comes, when everything seems to fall apart, that is when a person must decide. Will they give in to defeat or will they rise with determination? Obstacles also have a way of refining a dream. When things become difficult, a person must ask themselves, how much do I truly want this? Those who are only half committed will walk away, but those with a deep passion will push forward. The struggle separates those who are merely interested from those who are truly devoted. The impact of one life can stretch far beyond what the eye can see. Every action, every step of faith, and every bold pursuit of a dream carries a ripple effect that reaches others in ways we may never fully understand. When a person dares to rise, to believe, and to push forward in the face of uncertainty, they become a source of inspiration. They show others what is possible. They light a fire in those who are watching, waiting for someone to show them the way. A single life lived with courage has the power to change countless others. People are always watching. Some may look with skepticism, waiting to see failure, but others look with hope, searching for proof that dreams can come true. When one person dares to step forward, it gives permission for others to do the same. It awakens something deep within them, a realization that they too have the power to dream, to act, and to overcome. This is how movements begin, how generations are changed, not by words alone, but by example. Many believe that their actions affect only themselves, that their struggles, their choices, and their victories are theirs alone. But the truth is, every step of faith taken has an unseen audience. There are children who learn from what they see, friends who are encouraged by what is possible, and strangers who are inspired by a story they may never hear. And you say 5, ChatGPT said. Many believe that their actions affect only themselves, that their struggles, their choices, and their victories are theirs alone. But the truth is, every step of faith taken has an unseen audience. There are children who learn from what they see, friends who are encouraged by what is possible, and strangers who are inspired by a story they may never hear in full. The courage of one person has the power to shape the dreams of another. When someone dares to dream and then dares to act, they set an example. Their perseverance through difficulties, their willingness to stand firm in the face of adversity, and their ability to move forward despite fear become a living testimony to those around them. Many people go through life searching for a sign, looking for evidence that their dreams are worth pursuing. They wonder if it is possible to rise above their circumstances, to achieve something greater, to break free from limitations. And when they see someone else do it, it sparks something within them, a realization that if it is possible for one, it is possible for many. History is full of individuals whose courage changed, not just their own lives, but the world around them. They were not always the strongest, the most intelligent, or the most powerful, but they were the ones who refused to stay silent, who refused to let fear stop them, and who moved forward when others hesitated. Their actions gave others permission to believe, to act, and to hope. Their willingness to stand up made it easier for those who came after them to do the same. Inspiring others does not require perfection. It does not require a flawless journey or an easy path. In fact, it is often the struggles and the failures that inspire the most. When people see someone fall and get back up, they see resilience. When they witness persistence in the face of hardship, they see strength. The most powerful influence is not in showing an effortless victory, but in revealing the determination it takes to achieve it. There is someone, somewhere, who needs to see that it is possible to rise. It may be a child watching a parent chase a dream, learning that it is never too late. It may be a friend who has given up hope, but who finds new courage in seeing another's perseverance. It may be a stranger who hears a story and realizes that they too have a dream worth pursuing. Every step taken in faith has the power to inspire someone else to take their own. This world does not need more people who play it safe, who shrink back, who wait for permission. It needs those who will step out, who will take risks, who will dare to chase something bigger than themselves. And when they do, their actions will not be theirs alone. They will become a light, a voice, a proof that the impossible can be done. To live a life that inspires others is not about seeking recognition. It is about choosing to be bold even when no one is watching, knowing that someone, somewhere, will one day find courage because of it. A single act of faith, a single step of obedience, a single moment of courage can change not only one life but many. And when enough people dare to live this way, the world itself begins to change. The choices made today will echo into the future. Every action, every step of courage, and every risk taken does not fade away when the moment passes. It becomes part of a lasting legacy. The impact of a bold and fearless life does not end when the journey is over. It continues in the lives of those who follow. Some people live cautiously, never daring to step beyond what is comfortable, and when their days are done, there is little left behind. But those who dare to dream and dare to do leave behind more than memories. They leave a path for others to walk upon, a light that continues to shine long after they are gone. A legacy of courage is built in the small moments, in the decisions to press on when quitting seems easier, in the commitment to remain faithful when doubts creep in. It is forged through perseverance, through standing firm in the face of adversity, through refusing to let fear be the final word. The world remembers those who refuse to surrender their dreams. It is not the cautious who change history, but those who step forward when others hold back. Many people believe that their lives do not have an impact beyond themselves, that their choices affect only their own destiny. But the truth is, every act of courage creates a ripple effect. A parent who chooses to pursue a dream teaches their children that anything is possible. A leader who stands firm in their convictions gives strength to those who follow. A single moment of bravery can inspire someone else to rise, to believe, to take action. The courage of one generation shapes the possibilities of the next. No one is promised an easy road. There will be failures, disappointments, and moments of deep uncertainty. But those who leave a legacy do not allow hardship to define them.